sucker for love. And in this world full of suckers, you fit mine like a glove. The fit is perfect, but nobody above ya. The clock's ticking as the time flies by. We in two different worlds, but living the same life. Two different dreams, you make me feel so alive. Need you by my side, need you by my side. Just a power couple daily blowing off steam. Making love to you so damn seamlessly. We be doing it so damn frequently. Easy cause we on the same damn frequency. Take it to the Sunset Boulevard. Tell mama says she wanna tag along. She don't care if it's right or if it's wrong. Yeah, we'd always get along. Even through the downs, gotta stay strong. Now we singing the same song. All I ever, yeah, is think about you. I think about you daily. So baby girl, don't play me. All I ever, yeah, is think about you. They call me Dan, the Lakers. And I got a master plan for the Lakers back to the promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equal. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jet.
Yo, what up, Laker family? It's your boy DTLF back with another pregame, or should I say the first of 2026. I can't believe I'm saying that. 2026, it just sounds so brand new. And but we made it here, man. And for that, I think you guys all deserve a round of applause, baby. Each and every single one of you guys. Because you know what? It was a rough year last year for everybody, Laker fans, non-Laker fans included. But this year, we hope to start it off with a bang. And tonight, our Lakers play, man. We play the Memphis Grizzlies. And, let's hope that, we come out here dominating. Listen, the Lakers started off hot this season, looking strong, winning games. Luka dropping 40 plus, kind of like you guys crushing it day one on leg day in the New Year's, right? Then boom, mid-season slump hits, which is where we're at right now, and they're inconsistent AF, man. Listen, we're losing to teams we shouldn't, okay? Just like how you swear you're hitting the gym every day in January, but by February, you're back home in front of your couch with Netflix and pizza, right? So the Lakers, listen, man, the Lakers, they go on a run. They beat some bad teams. Everyone's hyped, myself included. This is our year. This is our year is what we say. Same vibes as posting gym selfies on January 2nd, right? Then 4 losses in 5 games is where we're at right now. And you're quitting by MLK Day and blaming life on it getting too busy. So stick to your goals this year, man. And the Lakers got to stick to it as well. And let's hope that they actually stick to it tonight and get a W, So that's something we have to do, man. Whether it's your New Year's resolution or the Lakers' New Year resolution, just stick to it. Whatever you start, guys, in life, stick to it. Just a little friendly life advice. I know it's a cliche, but even when it's cold outside and you don't want to get up for the gym, even when you're feeling, them calf strains from leg day, just go, man. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later for doing it. The Lakers got to do the same thing. Listen, Luka scored 44 at Memphis in October 31st. We won 117-1. Told us the team is going to play us really hard, and I want to underline something that the Lakers website is pointing out. In the last 7 games, Jared Vanderbilt is shooting 56% from 3. So I like what I'm seeing from that for sure. What's up, Tamika? What's up, Kimmy Goat? Prince, everybody in here. Happy New Year's, guys. Happy New Year's. Let's hope we kick it off tonight with a bang, right? Memphis has lost 4 out of the last 6 games to reach a record of 15-18 on the season, but the Lakers have also lost 4 out of the last 5. So both of these teams are struggling and desperate, and they want to get some dubs. What's up, Alicia? Good to see you, my friend. Happy New Year. Good to see you all. But all in all, guys, this team is very capable. All right, they showed us early in the year. I know what people are thinking. Oh, it's not the same team. This and that. I agree. We're currently 5th in the West, though. It's not that big of a fall off. Unfortunately, we also saw the injury that happened to Jokic. So when teams get injured, like we have all season, there's an opening. Right now, the Nuggets are 23-10. We're 20-11. So we're right there. We're basically half a game out of the 3rd place in the West and 2.5 games or 2 games out of 2nd place in the West. So we haven't fallen off that bad, but they have to start playing. And let's hope that today, let's hope that today is the start of something new. Again, I know it's a New Year's cliche and all that. We always say we want to start fresh and all that. Let's hope for it. And by the way, JJ Redick said that the team hopes to have Gabe Vincent back in the lineup at some point, maybe versus New Orleans or San Antonio next week. So Gabe Vincent's still out. Also, when asked about the Lakers ranking 25th in 3-point percentage, JJ says he will give Dalton Connect a chance in the rotation versus Memphis tonight and for the foreseeable future next week or so. So, and what's the key for Redick staying in the rotation? It will be playing hard, according to JJ Redick. So we are starting to see some changes. Like Dalton Connect was not playing or none of that, but we have to be really smart tonight. For sure. I mean, we know that Grizzlies hate the Lakers. They have a little Dylan Brooks of their own by the name of John Morant, right? But if the Lakers do want to win tonight, and listen, again, we're 5th in the West, even though we've been slumping hard. We lost 4 out of 5, including a blowout by the Pistons here in our house on LeBron's birthday. But the Grizzlies are 15-8. They're coming off as 2 straight L's themselves. So even though they got John Morant back and cooking, he dropped 40 in their last game. The keys to us getting a dub tonight is going to be dominating with Luka and LeBron. Luka's been a monster all season. He's still averaging 33.5 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, and 8.7 assists. And staggering their minutes to keep the offense elite, in my opinion. We have to kind of, split their minutes up a little bit. I think it'll help. But we have to force Memphis into switches and hunt the mismatches, The Grizzlies are also banged up. Multiple guys are out or questionable, guys like KCP, etc. Right? So attack the thin rotation. I know we're missing guys as well, right? So that's just going to be one of the keys, man. There's many, many keys to winning tonight. My guy said he expects a blowout. That'd be nice. If we come in here New Year's with a blowout, that'd be nice. I just want to win, And in order to do that, we gotta have to play hard because, like I said, we've been playing really lazy as of late. Guys have not been rotating. The communication is off. The finger pointing is on. The rumors are going crazy. Like it's just, but it's 2026, so we gotta start off right. And I think in order for Lakers to start off right tonight, they got to protect the ball. I feel like instead of pushing the pace, we turn the ball over a lot when we push the pace. Maybe slow down the tempo and get into the half-court sets. We got plenty of firepower in the half-court, like LeBron and Luka. Because we've been so turnover-prone lately, and Memphis, they're going to thrive in transition. That's really where Jaw's explosiveness shines. And all these young players, they love giveaways, they love that. And let's make it a half-court grind and let's flex our star power. The only time we should get out in transition is somebody's leaking and they're wide open down there. What up, Solo? Happy New Year, fam. Happy New Year to you and everybody, and the fam bam and everybody else, man. Guys, this is gonna be a big year for everybody, man. So let's get it going right. And we got the starting 5 officially right now. So the starting 5 for you guys, somebody just asked, is Luka, Marcus Smart, Jake LaRavia, LeBron James, and DeAndre Ayton. That is your starting 5. It's the same starting 5 as the last game. But let's see if they can keep building on that. We got a little bit camaraderie from that. So, again, we got to build off of that and keep it going. Hey, you know what, Tamika? 2026 is all about positivity. We're going to try to stay as positive as possible. We're starting off the year new, fresh start for everybody, myself included. Hopefully new apartment in about a month or so. So just excited, man. Just excited to give you guys much more content this year and be a little bit more diverse. If you guys already haven't subscribed to Primetime TV, make sure you guys are there because a lot of content is coming there, including maybe even some cooking videos by your boy, maybe some food reviews. You've been asking for those for a while. I just, honestly, I last year was very unmotivational. Went through a lot. Didn't even complete my album. So my goal this year is no excuses. No matter what happens, we're gonna go hard. Put your hard hat on, guys. And that goes for everybody. That goes for the Lakers too. Put your hard hat on. No excuses in spite of injuries. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing because again. And by the way, if you guys already haven't, make sure you guys vote for our Lakers. Vote for LeBron. Vote for Luka. Vote for Austin. Let's try to get 3 All-Stars up in there. Even though somebody hasn't put up All-Star numbers particular, but let's give them the legacy All-Star for sure. That's how I feel about that. Have you guys voted, by the way? How's everybody feeling this New Year, man? How was your guys' New Year's and all of that, man? I'll read a couple of comments. My guy Solo says, I need Jake to start getting together, especially without AR. Now people see the importance of AR. Yeah, I don't know why they take a 26, 27 point per game score for granted. 3-level score, elite playmaker. Why? Right? There's no way you can do that. You cannot take them for granted, right? Max said we got to beat the teddy bears. Yeah, man. The thing is, the Grizzlies hate the Lakers and they're motivated. I do have some bad news though, and it pertains to Lakers rookie Adu Thero. He's set to miss at least a month with an MLC sprain, or I'm sorry, MCL sprain. So that's unfortunate. I think it happened during practice. I didn't really read the article, if I'm being honest. I was busy with New Year's, but um, regardless, it's another injury to a young player that I was really looking forward to seeing play and capitalize off the opportunity. Well, there goes his opportunity, and so there is that. He said Aiden got to have more than 2 rebounds. Yeah, the last couple games by Aiden have been somewhat of stinkers, but I can't blame only him because Luka threw up a couple of stinkers. LeBron has thrown up a couple. Actually, the last 2 games from LeBron have been okay, especially the really efficient one, the one before the last one. But we got to listen. We got to rebound. It starts with Ayton. It starts with Vando as well. He gets heavy rotation minutes. LeBron. We got to gang rebound and defend the paint, man. The Grizzlies are missing some size. Zach Edey is out tonight. Clark is out. So DeAndre Ayton, Jared Vanderbilt, assuming he plays, is a game time decision. They need to own the glass. They need to contain Jaw's drives. He's very lethal when you give up the lane and he's able to just come down and just yam on somebody or do a crazy layup. He's lethal downhill. But if LA forces him into, tough mid-range contested shots and limits second chance points, we can control the game. And I think that is crucial. And we have to do that versus a team like Memphis. They want to turn you over and they want to just do some dirt on us, man. We can't have that at all. Can't have Luka grabbing more boards than our center. I want to see some heart from Ayton. Well, yeah, I get it. And yes, but the problem sometimes this is not an excuse for Ayton, but the problem is when he's the only and last line of defense, he contests shots. Other guys have to get rebounds because they draw him out of the paint. And that's why he has to contest. But when he is under there, yeah, of course he needs to box out. And he's been a great double machine this year. He's kind of had a little 2-3 game slump, so he needs to get it together, right? He needs to get it together for sure. But I sentiment is definitely felt as far as that goes. I want to see what this starting lineup continues to do. Again, I like Jake LaRavia and Marcus Smart starting. It implements a little bit more defense. The offense has to be great though, man. We got to get off to a quick start tonight. And let's do some home cooking, man. What are we, like 9 or we're like 8-6 or something like that at home? It's not good enough. We need to have a better home record. You mean to tell me we have a better road record this season than we do a home record? Not right, man. We need this bad. After we lost 4 out of the last 5 games, we need to play with effort on the defensive end. Hit some threes and let the talent gap show between Luka and LeBron and the rest. Right? So let's see again. We got to lock in. We've been playing really lazy on both sides of the basketball. On offense, turning the ball over consistently, and on defense, not getting back in transition and not doing the right little things. Like it's really frustrating as a Laker fan to see that, But again, tonight we get to see some of Dalton. Very curious to see what he can do tonight. This is a golden opportunity for him to get his crack back into the rotation. Again, Memphis has lost 4 out of 6. So we have opportunity here to capitalize. Let's see how we come out. Let's see how aggressive and how much of a sense of urgency we show, right? Let's see. Solo says, I really like LaRavia. If he can get that shot to fall consistently, we will be tough to beat. 110% agree with that. Now, Jake LaRavia showed a lot of potential when the season started, man, and kind of has been on a slump, But, he is a utility player. He's going to do a little bit of everything. And when he's scoring, I mean, he can't do no wrong. But I do like his defense. I like his effort, his energy. I like having scrappy players like that. I wish everybody on the roster was scrappy like that. I wish Dalton was like that. I wish everybody on the roster, was like that. Just scrappy and hard-nosed and got after every single possession and dove on the floor for loose balls and crashed the glass and bumped and bruised and did whatever they had to do to win these games, man. To win these games. Jake is a beast on the glass. Yeah, he helps. Dalton isn't making the most of his playing time. Well, he's about to get more. Doken. He's about to get more, Dakin, for sure. Not much worried about Jake, to be honest. If he is having an off night, he plays tremendous defense, so he is still helping. Can't say the same with DK. Exactly. And that defense, it adds to what I just said about I wish everybody had that mindset that our guy Jake LaRavia plays with, because he plays with a really good mindset. He's really, really a scrapper, and the more players you have like that, the better, in my opinion. The more players you have like that, the better. And yeah, I mean, again, the West is tough right now. The Thunder are playing the Warriors, so that's an interesting game as well. Let's see who else. The Nuggets lost to the Cavs today, so that's good. Anytime an Eastern Conference team beats a Western Conference team, that's not the Lakers, really good. Unfortunately, the Spurs keep rolling, even without Wemby. He's out for a little bit. They keep rolling without him, you know. So they won tonight versus the Pacers. It's just, again, the West is very, very stacked. And see if I can pull up the standings here. But again, Lakers got to do what they got to do in order to secure a good position before the playoffs. This is the second half of the season, or it's not quite the second half yet, but it's about to be. And when it gets there, man, the Lakers better be firing on all cylinders, because if they don't, we're going to find ourselves in trouble as far as the team goes. So there you go. I want to share with you guys the standings and how we're looking. Just look, there's not a lot of gap between these teams. There's not a huge gap. The Thunder have the biggest gap, but even we are 6 games below them for first place. Not saying it'll happen. 6 games aren't easy to make up in ground, but still within reach, believe it or not. In spite of the slump and everything, we're still 20 and 11. It's still 2 games better than the 6 seed, 3 games better than the 7 seed, you know, et cetera. You know, 6 games better than the A seed. Warriors starting to make a little bit of a surge. They have now won a couple, right? So I think like the last couple in a row. So yeah, hopefully those teams don't start to wake up. But again, tonight we got the Grizzlies. As you can see, they're 9th in the West, and we should keep them there. We should keep them there or push them down even further. Let's see here. My guy Soul says, do you think Luka doesn't know how to play defense, or he just not interested in trying? I think his body type and his player build, you can't just make him be more athletic and more quick. I think people take advantage of his lack of lateral quickness on the defensive end. That's not something he can help. Where he can engage is not losing track of his man. Because sometimes he loses track of his man. LeBron does the same thing. Rui does the same thing. So that's 3 weaknesses. Can't have 3 weaknesses in the starting lineup. And so I think Luka just needs to, make sure he keeps tabs on his man at all times and only help when necessary. Sometimes they overhelp and it's not really helping. You just all in the paint, and then there's wide open shooters everywhere. So, Maxi, we should have an update next week, Maxi. We should have an update on Rui next week. Jake is a scrapper. Just need him to shoot the ball without hesitation. That's facts. Also, he needs to work on his handle. His handle has never been good. He's good at straight line drives to the basket, but his ball handle, I mean, he looks bad. He looks like somebody who's just learning how to play basketball sometimes. He's consistently losing it, especially when he goes left. So we need Jake LaRabia to just take better care of the basketball. And in the offseason, work on your handles. You're still young. You're still, 24? Still has time to get them right. But, I think they got to figure that out, because that's one of his only weaknesses. If he can do that a little bit better, man, with his ability to penetrate, he's got a big body, his ability to finish, he would be so much better off. So, yeah, that's what the doctors ordered. Really quick. This video is brought to you and sponsored by Underdog. With promo code DTLF, you can get 75 in play credit with your first $5 deposit and play. This video is also brought to you and sponsored by Prize Picks. Promo code DTLF, 4 letters. Dan, the Lakers fan, DTLF. You can get 50 in play credits with Prize Picks. With the same promo, $5 gets you guys 50 in play credits. So make sure you guys do that. And enjoy the best daily sports fantasy apps out there, man, that there is to offer for sure. Let's see. Chris says, Dan, the defense is the difference from winning the championship. We're nowhere near a championship level defense, but we have some championship level players. Like Vando's one of them. Adu Thero's another one, I think. Even though it's still early, we haven't seen enough of him. I see some potential there. The Lakers have more potential than what they've shown. For whatever reason, the chemistry hasn't been clicking. They haven't been playing together. But we can make a little run here, and it starts tonight beating these teams. And by the way, we play the Grizzlies back-to-back. So we play them here tonight, and then we play them again on Sunday. Okay, so we play them back-to-back, and it's not going to be easy. Again, John Moran likes to show out for the Lakers. So if you're playing Prize Picks, I would definitely take the above on John Moran, okay? Because he, whatever it is, was 23, 24, because he's about to go over. He always finds a way to kill us, man. He don't like LeBron for whatever reason. Maybe he's jealous. I don't know. He don't like the Lakers for whatever reason. Definitely jealous. That I don't. Everybody's jealous of our franchise, And let's hope that we can stop his dribble drive penetration and playmaking. You can do that, we'll win tonight. right? But also you can't come out here lazy. You got to get out of the gates early. I'm saying one of my top keys to tonight's matchup: get out of the gates early, man. Let's get 30 points while holding them to 25 or something like that. I'm not asking for too much. Just make it happen. If we can have a good first half, then I think we can close them out in the second half. But if we struggle in the first half and we're trailing the whole game, we're going to be in trouble for sure. And so that's what I don't want for my Lakers. Now, let's start off this new year right. Not like I said, everybody always motivated, to start the year and go to the gym, and then by February they're done. So we can't have that, right, with the Lakers. They can't be done. It's too early. Got to put in the work, man. Got to put in the work. Last time we played them, he was asked, and there were questions about whether or not he would even be traded. Who are we talking about, my brother? Who's him? What are we talking about? Regardless, there's going to be a lot of questions about a lot of people getting traded. As long as we keep losing, we've lost 4 out of the last 5. There's going to be plenty of questions all over the place. All of a sudden, rumors have surfaced that there was some conversations had in the offseason with LeBron's camp and certain teams. So I don't know how much validity these have to it, but it's a lot of stuff. Oh, Ja. I still feel like Ja needs to get traded, bro. I still don't feel like he's a winner. He only tries to be a winner when he plays the Lakers, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's detrimental to them tonight. I remember the last time we played them, he completely gave up on the court. He stopped trying. I remember that, yeah. I remember that. I still think if I'm Memphis, I'm getting rid of him while I can, because pretty soon he ain't going to be worth nothing. All right? He's getting into Zion territory where there's just always an issue with them, whether it's injuries or off-the-court stuff. Ja's supremely talented, but he's never showed an ounce of maturity throughout his career. He's basically still a rookie mentally, and that's not good. That's not good at all. A rookie mentally is that's a nightmare, man. To get a veteran like him who's been in the league was 6, 7 years, 8 maybe even, and he's still acting worse than a rookie, because even rookies have the maturity, some of them, most of them, to handle the media attention and everything better. So, let's see. Chris says, I have a solution that will help, Dan. We are going to have to out-rebound the other team by 8 to 10 rebounds again to help on the defense. Well, we always, crashing the glass always helps, but also limiting turnovers helps tremendously, because you stop so many transition buckets. You stop so many transition buckets, and I think transition buckets have cooked us. We are one of the worst transition defensive teams out there in the league. Cade Cunningham and the Pistons exploited that, and so have other young teams. So, again, it's a matter of how we can stop these transition teams. And by the way, their starting lineup is Ja Morant, Cedric Coward, Christian Coloco, who they just signed, by the way. Christian Coloco, they literally signed today. He gets his chance to start, and, former Lakers. I'll be surprised if he tries to make an impact. And Jaren Jackson Jr. with Jalen Wells. So that is their starting lineup to counter ours. And I see a lot of athleticism in there. I see a lot of youth in there. And we should exploit Coloco. We should go right at him. He's undisciplined. That's the reason he couldn't stick around with the Lakers. We should go right at Coloco and try to get them in foul trouble early. That's a brand new gaming scheme right there, And yeah, it's interesting that they're starting him, but that's what they chose, man. They love ex-Laker players. Grizzlies, they're known for Scottie Pippen Jr., Jay Huff. They just love our has-beens or never was players, and they go with that. Solo says, Gabe will have the most miles ran in All-Star history. See, I can't say All-Star history because he's not going to be an All-Star. But Gabe is Cardi G, because he's constantly giving cardio for sure. For sure. Appreciate you, Kimiko. There you have it. There's the promo codes for both Underdog and PrizePicks. Tap in with your boy this new year. Let's get that paper, baby. Let's get that paper. Coloco had no hands. Makes it hard for him to control the ball. See, Coloco was not an NBA-ready player, and he had a couple years to be in the league, and I was excited at the prospect of assigning him, but very, very raw, right? So, again, 3 keys to this ball game. Key number 1, get out of the gates early. Key number 2, take care of the basketball. Always take care of the basketball. And then my final key, every night, share the rock. 25-plus assists while limiting turnovers. Have less than 15 turnovers, okay? We cannot have 25 assists and 24 turnovers. We can't have that, We cannot have that at all. And so I think those are my top 3 keys just right off the top going into tonight's game. If Coloco goes off on us, I will be pissed. Me too, man. Me too. But that's usually how the cookie crumbled, right? That's usually how it goes. Regardless, guys, that is going to wrap it up for my pregame today. However, is Phone Call Friday. So if you want to chime in after the game, make sure you guys stay locked in. You know, turn on the post noti bell. Like I said, so much content coming both here and on Primetime TV. Starting with tonight, watch party over on Primetime TV. Let's watch the Laker game together. Let's chime in together. And let's have a good time together. Over on my second channel, which you can scroll on the main channel to find, or you can click on Kimiko's link right here. All right, for the watch party. That's going to stop. It's going to start at the top, at the bottom of the hour. Sorry, 7:30. So just make sure you guys get there. Again, you guys know the promo codes and all that good stuff. Hit the like button on your way out. And again, appreciate you guys so much, man. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm glad you guys are safe and still here with us. Prayers up for my sis Strega. If she's watching this, hope you get healthy, man. She's under the weather. Hopefully she gets very healthy because I can't wait to try her Christmas present, and I hope she's there to watch it on stream. All right, that'll happen at some point, either this week or next week. But yes, today is Phone Call Fridays for postgame. Keep it locked, and I will see you guys hopefully over during the live stream, all right, on the watch party, and then hopefully postgame as well. Enjoy the game. Go Lakers, man. Let's start this year off right. Let's start with a dub. I'll see you guys here right after the game, all right? Peace.